and bruised, and we've moved and come back. Our colors don't change. We're silver and black. Commitment to excellence starts up every year. No powers on earth will drown out our cheer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of our mighty silver and black, and unto these colors for which we stand, Raider Nation under a groove, with free speech and liberty. Remember the tools. He who has ears, let him hear. I hereby declare I am a Raiders fan. I am a Raiders fan.
Hello, Raider Nation. Welcome to Monday Nights Live, now simulcast on the Raider Bear family page, as well as the Raider Homer YouTube page. So, I'd like to start tonight off by giving a shout out to Corey the Raider, who kicked off tonight's block of Raider Nation content with his Keeping It Real show. MLNR, Corey. And another shout out to Raider Bear for allowing me to join his team here on the Raider Homer channel, as well as the Raider Bear family page, Bear. All right, subscribe to his page as well as to my YouTube channel, Raider Nation. We appreciate your support. All right, of course, I'm Raider Homer, and I have another great lineup for tonight's show. Now, let's go over how Monday Nights Live works. It's structured like a football game, but instead of 4 quarters, we have 4 callers / time slots, because sometimes we have more than one caller in a time slot. All right, we break for the halftime show after the second caller, and during the halftime show, we will hear from viewers during Raider Homer's phone blitz, so get your calls in by 8 p.m. CST. Blitzers call 512-298-2407. Or you can leave your shout-outs in the chat line, and I'll read those out after each caller. All right, we also hear from Raider musicians during the halftime show, and this week, we are hearing songs from Big Mac, Team Bad, and The General. All right, now, kicking off tonight's show is the Raider Wolf, followed by Captain Jack Rackham. And kicking off the second half of the show, we have Raider Goon, and closing out the show is Murphy from Murf's Fan Cave. All right, providing backup for tonight's show is Heidi Stabbert, a.k.a. Raider Ladybug, known here as Raider Ladybug on the Raider Bear fan page. My fellow co-host on the Only Nation podcast, so don't forget to listen to the Only Nation podcast with me and Heidi, as well as T3 Raider Facts. You can find the Only Nation podcast on all of your favorite podcast / music apps by going to theonlynationpod.com. Be sure to subscribe to the Only Nation podcast YouTube channel, T3 Sports Guys YouTube channel, and head on over to Captain Jack Rackham Levy's YouTube channel and subscribe there as well. Don't forget to go to the RaiderHomerChannel.buzzsprout.com. There you will find links to all my social media accounts, as well as links to my upcoming podcasts on whatever podcast app you listen to. All right, don't forget to subscribe right here on the Raider Homer channel if you haven't already, Raider Nation. I appreciate your support. All right, next subscription raffle will be held after we hit 700 subs, and we'll be raffling off Chucky Stuggs merch. All right, head on over to ChuckyStuggs.com to get your color-changing coffee mug. And if you'd like to buy me a coffee, go to buymeacoffee.com/OnlyNationPod. All right, let me know if you would like to order the Section 105 Border Chapters Pillage and Just for Fun patches. All right, you can just contact me on any of my social media accounts, and I'll get your order squared away. You can also contact Polo Rodriguez, Ronnie Arbaca, Sammy Alonso, and Juan Baja Raider Ramos to complete your Border Chapter patch collection. All right, in this week's mailbag segment, I got, of course, the color-changing coffee mug from ChuckyStuggs.com. I also got the Executioner's patch. So make sure you hit up everybody that sent some mail and show your love and get some Raider merch. All right. Let's see. All right. So on some quick Raider news. The Raiders re-signed Richie Incognito, Denzel Good, and extend Andre James to a 3-year contract. All right. The Raiders also signed Quentin Jefferson, Solomon Thomas, and re-signed Jonathan Hankins on the defensive line. And then Gruden gets his big back in Kenyon Drake. All right, I like this guy. This guy's 6'2", 215, 445. This is the kind of guy that we need. I can see him getting it in the end zone inside the 5-yard line. He had 10 touchdowns last year. I'm excited that he's on the team. We might have our Tyrone Wheatley / Charlie Gardner combo in Jacobs and Drake. So I'm excited about this matchup. All right, the Raiders get their 6th-round pick back on appeal and acquired a 3rd round and a 5th round back by trading Hudson and Jackson in the move that set the Raider Nation ablaze with emotion. And you can get a deep cut on the Only Nation podcast where me and Heidi and T3 go into that. All right. But hey, look, here's the thing. Now we're sitting with 8 draft picks and 7 in the first round. So look, Raider Nation, don't get so worked up, on the Monday morning knee-jerk reactions, man. Just stay calm. These guys got a plan, and we're looking good. All right. Once again, you can get a detailed look into the Raider news by listening to the Only Nation podcast, and just go to theonlynationpod.com. All right, with all that being said, let's get to our first caller, the Raider Wolf.
Big bad wolf knows badass, and this is badass.
You can tell from the walk what you saying, man. Ain't no time for no talk when we Raiderin'. Outlined in chalk how I hate her and see us ride or die with my Raider friends. So live with pride at the Raider events. Stay hands, stay high. We got a hit list, all black on mine like bottomless pits. See, we do it for life at the top of the list. Salt and pepper, sugar, man, like the butter on grits. Got a lot of flavor, man, that's 100%. It's the high-stepping brother who hit them with bricks. Ain't a motherfucker out here that can do it like this. It's just the way the eye ripper ladies wiggle their tits. All my Raiders in the building, nothing bigger than this. I think it's time that we get it. All the love that we give, though we love that you with it. We need a party with a shorty and the naughty. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. You wanna be with a party with a naughty with a life. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. Yeah, we love everybody that waiting for life. Let's wait for life.
It's only one nation, home board, and that's Raiders. All season we make moves, player no need to hate us. We about to show the world that we taking it back. Don't give a fuck about your team, it's silver and black. All my Raiders round the world, go ahead and pump your fist. 4-Dub and Big Ski, man, we got another hit. Ride or die, or I'ma never jump shit. Cut me open, Raider juice all over the carpet, and it's a bitch to get it out. So homie, don't even try it, don't keep fan talking shit. I might just start a riot, but I'm trying to keep cool, just trying to have fun. We're the females, I'm trying to find one. Raider Reds, where you at, baby girl, let's party. I'm in the function having fun, and I'm out to Bacardi. Everybody that know me know I'm repping it right. And guess what, it ain't a secret, I'm a Raider for life. Yeah.
We need a party with a shorty and the naughty. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. You wanna be with a party with a naughty with a life. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. Yeah, we love everybody that waiting for life. Let's wait for life.
Some got hopes and dreams, we got ways and means. The supreme dream team, and we're back on the scene. They call me Raider to the mystic, another statistic of this Raider fan nation, and I'm feeling ballistic. Friends with the real OGs, you know that, and I always make sure my blunts are roll fat. I'm a cool cat, and I love everybody, even other fans, until they start acting shoddy, but they getting kicked out. We love to stay lit. Shout out to Pirate in heaven runs the ship. Shout out to old legends who still show us love. Old school holding down the fort from above. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a Raiders fan, no time to talk. My music loud and skulls and shields, all silver and black, and the power we feel.
We need a party with a shorty and the naughty. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. You wanna be with a party with a naughty with a life. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. Let's wait for life, let's wait for life. Yeah, we love everybody that waiting for life. Let's wait for life. The Raider Nation.
For life. Mixtape.
To all my fallen members of the Raider Nation legacy, we're gonna miss you, and we love you.
All right, Raider Nation, here we go with the Raider Wolf. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. You know how I do.
Oh, yeah, good, man.
How are you?
I'm doing well, bro. I'm starting to settle down now, man. Like I said, I was telling you in the green room, dude. I was trying to put everything together. Got new equipment. Got a new EQ here going on. Simulcast now, dude. It's like, woo, a whole bunch going on. Had to rewrite the intro. It's like, oh, man. So I'm feeling good now, about ready to settle down.
You trying to be fancy, man. You got to slow down a little bit.
I know, man. I'm always getting ahead of myself. But, hey, you got to shoot for the moon, land on the stars, dude. That's the way I look at it.
All right, Casey Kasem. I know my peoples, man. I know my quotes.
I'm sure you do.
You know that's his famous saying, right?
Who?
Casey Kasem used to be a DJ back in the day, like, before we had all this high tech stuff. You only can watch like Dick Clark, or you can watch Casey Kasem or listen to Casey Kasem. He's Hall of Famer, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't catch that, man. My bad.
Google him.
I'll Google it.
Hey, how you feel with that mask, man?
It's hot, bro. Like I was telling you a little while ago, I put foam inside that way because I got a new microphone on the inside. So I put the foam inside that way it'll kind of deaden the sound waves off of from hitting the rubber, you know. So it's hot. It's extra hot tonight, but it's all right. Hey.
You got like you wear like a bandana, or you got? I use that little,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, like the little, headbands, absorb the sweat and all that stuff. Because it does get hot, man. We're mask wearers, man. We gotta do what we gotta do.
I know, brother. I know, man. But like I said, dude, I'm starting to. I got some ideas, bro. So I do want to advance as far as equipment, being able to use it with the software. Cause, dude, I got some ideas. My fingers are crossed for the Raider Nation explosion right now. Hopefully everything works out with that, and I'll be there broadcasting, man. I got some ideas. I'm gonna try to put into use, you know.
What's the date? What's the dates for that?
Well, there are no confirmed dates right now, but fingers crossed, right? We're all
usually
hoping.
during the summer, right?
You know, but yeah, it's usually in the end of August.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm excited about that, man.
You know what I'm excited for? I'm excited for the TNBC down in Dallas. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, the tailgate.
Well,
Yeah, man. And Black Pirates coming in too, man.
There you go.
So
big bad guy.
You know, it's gonna be. We got a shot to win. You know, Dallas, they're not doing that all that great. We look like we're on the rise. You know, we'll see. I guess they got Dak coming back, but we'll see.
Dak happy now. So Dak, it might be a little close for comfort because he's happy now. He got that 4-year, $160 million. So he doesn't have to. He's a little bit more loosey goosey. He doesn't have to feel like he's under that pressure to overperform.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully he underperforms. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, no.
You know, underperform against the Raiders, you know?
Oh, hell yeah. All day, every day. Come on now.
Yeah. All right, so, hey, enough with the Cowboys. How you feeling about our moves, man? Big moves going on. Lots going on, The Raider Nation lost its mind when we let go of Rodney Hudson. Of course, I was sad to see that happen, but then boom, 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 move after move after move, man. How are you feeling about these moves?
You know what? Homer? You're my brother. I love you. I am happy. And I think we were talking last year around this time. And I wasn't so happy because it seems like the last few years we've just been delaying on making a move. Like we're waiting like day 2, day 3 to actually make some moves. But this year, I'm psyched. I'm pumped. I am pumped. I think we're addressing the holes that we need to fill up. And Yannick Ngakwe, I'm ready.
Yeah, man.
I love how his positivity is, how he addressed the nation. He's like, yo, Derek, we got your back. We're ready to move this defense up to the next level. So I'm happy, Homer. How are you feeling about it?
It's funny that you say that about Yannick Ngakwe saying, I'm here to help us win games on the defensive side of the ball. Max Crosby said the same thing on, Bussin' with the Boys, Will Compton's podcast. He was saying that it was on the defense. Those games were on the defense. These players are coming out, and they're being accountable, dude. So I'm extremely excited about that, dude. It shows the maturity level of these young players that we got.
Exactly.
Then, as far as the moves, dude, like Yannick, if you look at that contract, 2 years, right? So by the time this 2019 class is ready to re-sign, boom.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to cut anybody or try to readjust.
Right.
It's all we decide who we're gonna keep at that point. They got a plan. This
timing, yeah.
Yeah, this front office has a great plan.
Yep. On the flip side, I'm a big secondary guy, man. I think we need another safety. We need a safety that has some durability. Whether it's we find somebody in the league, or I'm kind of feeling Trevon Modig, I think, from TCU. He's kind of like I don't know if you heard of him. I think he's projected to go probably in the mid-20s.
Don't get me lying to you right now, bro. I mean, I've depended on Demon King, man, for tips on these college kids coming out, bro. I'm not much of a college fan. Raider Homer, it's in the name. But I'm about to start doing my research because we got, on the Only Nation podcast, we got our draft stuff coming up. So, but look, as far as...
Look up Trevon Modig from TCU. He's kind of like Abrams. You can get a little loosey-goosey, but he's a ball hawk, and he knows how to go after the ball. So, if we can get him, that'd be awesome. And, I'm just happy with defensive line. We actually went after some people, man. Some names I actually know, and I'm pretty versed. Sometimes you be getting people like, who the fuck? Sorry, who is this? I know we are a family show.
This is
my bad.
Raider Bear Family Page. If it were just Raider Homer channel, you're just looking at the only on YouTube. That's not anymore. We're on the Raider Bear Family Page as well now.
They do call me Big Bad Wolf, man.
Look, I mean, yeah, I'll speculate on the draft when the time is here, but I'm looking at our roster right now, dude, and I believe that I'm hoping that they see something in Tanner Muse, man. I know a lot of people are like, nah, not this kid. He was supposed to be a special teamer, yada, yada, yada. But, man, dude, I feel like at 6'2", 220, 4'4", 40, that kid can make up for mental mistakes with his speed alone and then, make some tackles with his size alone. You know what I mean? Like, that's coachable. I believe that he's coachable. And then he's he's a little bit of a lesser hybrid player than Isaiah. What was the linebacker? Isaiah Johnson, I think, from Clemson. But he's still a hybrid player, man. I think that he can help us, at free safety. Of course, Mayock was talking about drafting players and then moving them to a different position, and they're going to get away from that. So hopefully they take that mindset with Tanner Muse, considering that he was more of a safety in college, and put him back there at free safety and give him a shot. Give him a fair shot to find out if he can make this team.
I hear you. And the whole thing, the whole gist of you put new ingredients in the pot. I'm making this off right at the cuff right here. You put new ingredients in the pot, like you put new stuff in chili. You got to let that stuff settle for a while. So what I mean by that is like, we can't keep, trying to revamp or change our team, because they have to meld. It takes a while for a team to have the chemistry. It's not an overnight thing. I think we've witnessed that in the past. I just hope that, we have the nucleus now that, 2-3 years, we can still have the same nucleus, instead of like losing our whole offensive line for the most part, which was some of that stuff was just a shocker to me. I understand some of the logic, but I don't know. Armchair quarterbacking, armchair coaching, but and we'll see. We'll see.
Well, as a fan base, we are allowed to speculate. I have to say, Rodney Hudson, great player. Loved watching him pull and Gabe Jackson pull wide and run over DBs. I love that, man. They were great.
He's the quarterback. He's the second quarterback on the team.
Yeah.
Centers are probably the most intelligent player. I would say even more than the quarterback. Yeah, I said it. Wolf said it.
And Rodney Hudson was certainly that guy. But the thing is, he's 32, getting ready to make $15 million. You know what I mean? So you can all signs point that they are going low. You're just talking about keeping that nucleus together. So you look at all these contracts in about 2 years, that's when we really got to make all those decisions. So they're going to try to keep that nucleus together, right? Because you still got Colton Miller next year. So all that's going to start coming together. The problem is as a fan base, we're eager to win now. You know what I mean? But and rightfully so. But at the same time, it's like, pull up your boots and let's go, because we got a little bit more work to do.
Homer, we've been eagerly to win for a long
time. I know, bro. I know. I mean, I've only seen, as a fan in my fan span or whatever, I've only seen 8 winning seasons, dude.
Yeah, 'cause I was about to say, there's a lot of family, a lot of the nation who they don't know the Raiders as a winning team. I remember. I know you can go back and you can remember. I remember winning, and that whole atmosphere of, we're dominant, we're not, watching ABC Monday Night Football and Howard Cosell saying the most winningest team in all of sports, the Raiders, that mystique, man. I love that. So just hope we can get back to it because it's been 20 years, brother.
Well, I think
2 decades. That's a generation.
Yeah, but I think that, most of us, right, we witnessed Al Davis, God rest his soul, right? We witnessed
I love him.
The end of his career where he was up against the clock and he knew it and he wanted to win that Super Bowl. So he was extremely impatient. And so that's what hurt us, going through quarterback after quarterback, coach after coach. But that's why, and I think that kind of rubbed off on Raider Nation too, especially these younger guys that grew up watching that. That's what their patience is worn thin even quicker because they experienced only that Al Davis phase. But
Right.
in Al Davis's successful years, he had those teams for a decade. Those guys were on the team for damn near a decade. So it just takes patience, a little bit more patience, because Mark Davis, John Gruden, and Mike Mayock, they are putting together, a plan that is going. You could tell now it's like a 5-year plan.
Yeah, because we're on year 4.
From the start, and now we're on like a little 2-year window where we're really focusing on bringing these kids back, and because then after that you can find out whether you want to keep Ruggs, it's like and that's continuous, and they're offering these older guys to come in, and on these prove-it deals and push these younger guys. I mean, they got a plan. Look how much Witten helped Waller. You know what I mean? Waller last year had his great season, but they brought him in young. Then they brought an older guy in to teach him. And that's kind of what they're doing now with these older guys, keeping them on short contracts, preparing to sign these younger guys. So we're going to keep
there was
that
definitely
nucleus.
no disadvantage in bringing Witten aboard for just the general knowledge of the game and the years that he put in, and he's going to be first class Hall of Famer, first time Hall of Famer in the whole nine. So. Yeah, and I think everyone knew he was going to be 1 year and out, because I know, he's got family and he wants to coach, and that's what he did. But for me, on the flip side, we're talking on the offense now, I just think we need a receiver that has a little bit of height and a little bit of weight. We got some jets and we got some small cats, and, I think we need a tall, we had Terrell, but he's gone, and he was injury prone. But we have some short guys.
Yeah, but Brian Edwards, yeah,
6'3".
Yeah,
but
and don't forget that Waller. We were just talking about him. He's more of a wide receiver playing tight end.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then we got, we just re-signed Derek Carrier, so he can play tight end in a 2 tight end package with Foster Moreau if Waller were to go out wide.
So it's going to be a lot of things like a double tight end, like we did last year.
Well, that's Gruden ball. Every Raider fan that remembers Gruden from back then knows that. And people will say maybe that's a little outdated, but at the same time, football's football, man. Fire off the ball, hit the guy harder, across from you, hit him harder, and impose your will on him. That's football.
Brother,
period.
X and O's don't change. You can come up with little gimmick plays here and there, but every play that has been played has been seen before, or it's just revamped. Like you see a lot of times with Kansas City, you say, oh, that's a new play. No, it's not. It's just like it's revamped a little bit. It's just added on. It's a little bit more seasoning on the steak. You only could change football so much. The X and O's, you only have so many players, positions, the whole 9 routes,
Yeah,
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You hear what I'm saying?
I hear you, brother. I hear you. I'm just,
and we got the Thunder. What do you think about Drake, man? We got the Thunder and Lightning.
That's what I was talking about earlier. At the beginning of the show, I think that's the Charlie Garner, Tyrone Wheatley combo that Gruden's been looking for. He's got that shifty guy in Jacobs, and he's got the bigger back in Kenyon Drake.
I love Drake, and I had him on my fantasy last year, but I just hope his ankle is up to par, because I lost him for like about 4 or 5 games. So I just hope he's, his durability, remains constant. And that's what it is. We just need to not be like the most hurt team in the league. I don't know if that has to do with, our strength and conditioning, personnel or whatever, but, we just need to, we need to do more Pilates or something. Go back to ballet. What do you think?
Stretch, definitely, man. I mean, it's something that we need to take care of for sure. We need to figure that out, man, because we have been beat over the head with a baseball bat by the injury bug. I mean,
right.
Yeah, and so not to make excuses for Gruden, but that's another reason, I'm willing to be a little bit more patient, I mean, because it's going to, like we were talking about earlier, it's going to take time to get this organization into a new city and win. This is, Al Davis, yes, I know he moved to L.A. and won the same year or whatever, but I mean, you're not gonna catch lightning in the bottle twice. You know what I mean? Right now, we got to be a little bit more patient as a team.
Again, but yeah, no, I hear that with the nation, but we pay for tickets and things of that nature, but this is a $2.2 billion stadium, so those people, those investors are gonna want payback on their money, so you got a brand new stadium. They want results. It's going to be, I think, a lot quicker than 3 years or whatever before there's going to be a lot more heat put on Gruden.
I don't know, man. I mean, Gruden knows. First of all, Gruden knows.
I know he's got a 10-year contract, and I love Gruden. I really do. I love you, Chucky. You listen?
I don't think he's listening, bro. But hey, look, I mean,
halfway. Come on, Homer, you big time, man.
He's not. he's not going anywhere, bro. I'm gonna tell you. Remember, they offered him a stake in the team to come back. They wanted him back. So I picture him after his coaching days, moving into the front office, or in some kind of some kind of role with the team. I see that happen.
You think Al would want him back though? If Al was alive?
No, probably not. Al traded him, but at the same time, everybody knew that was a mistake. You know what I mean? Again, we go back to making those mistakes that kind of hurt us after that Super Bowl, and it was rough. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, I remember that. I broke my TV.
Yeah.
That game.
Yeah, man.
They knew everything that we were going to play. They knew our scheme left and right. And if you watch the game, if you go back and you watch it, and you're just like, you watch the other sideline, they're just like smiling and shit. It's like they know what the play is going to be, because there was not that much revamping and changing of the scheme, that got us there. I know there's only so much you can do, but that was just really ironic and crazy of that situation, coming to fruition in regards to us having to play Tampa Bay. That was just crazy.
Well, Barrett Robbins running off is what really messed us up, I think, because.
Oh my goodness! What was he doing? New Orleans was partying or something?
Yeah, he ran off to Mexico, man, because he had some bipolar issues, I think. So I mean, mental illness is a real deal. So hopefully he's doing well. But that really set us back, and I think they changed the game plan after that. And so I don't know, the players didn't feel comfortable with it. I mean, it was a nightmare, man. I knew, dude, when that happened, I was like, that's it. We lost the Super Bowl. Just like I knew whenever the Chiefs, Andy Reid's son, got into that accident, I was like, that's it. That's a distraction. They're done. Those teams that get distracted the week of the Super Bowl, for the most part, dude, they don't win the Super Bowl. That's happened a lot.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I agree with that. But what do you think, talking about the Chiefs, what do you think about
FKC? That's what I think about the Chiefs.
Hill. What do you think about Tyreek saying, hey, I'm not restructuring the contract. What I signed for. So hopefully they're having some issues with money situations since they want to pay Mahomes like $5 billion.
Well, Mahomes restructured, but I mean, some players, they're not going to do it. They'll probably keep him, but, like we asked Rodney Hudson to restructure. We traded him. We asked Gabe to restructure. We traded him after they wouldn't. Right now, if there's any time that the players should be giving out the home team discount, it's this year. You know what I mean? Because the cap was supposed to be, I think, well above 180 or something like that. It was supposed to be a lot higher than what it is now. But so when all that came down, they had to get rid of contracts. That's why, yes, it was frustrating to see Rodney Hudson. But my first reaction wasn't, oh man, what are they doing? They're tanking. They're blah 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 blah. I just went and looked at the contracts, and I said, well, they're just trying to make it out of this next 2 years because we don't know what's going to happen next year either. You know what I mean? So they're just trying to put themselves in a position to where they can sign their young guys. Because I feel like after all the free agent signings like Joyner, Trent Brown, that they took a chance on that didn't work out, I think they're a little gun shy now. They'd rather really focus on the draft and hopefully, like Mayock said, draft players to play in the positions that we need them to play in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, what do you think? So, Ruggs is our one or Brown now?
I don't know. I think, honestly, I'd like to see Edwards be the one, and maybe John Brown the number 2, and still keep Ruggs, in the slot. The more and more I think about what Ken Thompson talks about, moving Ruggs around like a Tyreek Hill, the more and more I agree with that. So maybe, that's why they opened up the start of last season with him in the slot. So maybe go back to that. But then again, it's just a matter of whether Edwards can stay healthy, so. But Edwards, he's got that big body. I'd love to see him be a number 1.
Yeah. it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun this year. It's definitely gonna be fun. Hopefully, we can get all the all the fans in the seats. What do you think about that?
That's what I'm really hoping
Have you heard
for.
anything?
Yeah, that's what I'm really hoping for. I mean, I miss going to the games. I want to go into the game. Take off this mask and go into the game, after the broadcast in Dallas, you know what I mean? And go see the Raiders in person. That's what I want to do, for sure. But it's just, we'll see. Hopefully.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool, brother. Well, we're coming up at the end to the end of this call, so why don't you tell the Raider Nation how they can find? Yeah, bro, it's a quick 20 minutes.
Damn, man. Hey, I got an hour. I got an hour on the Corey show.
Oh, my bad, bro. Hey, shout out Corey.
You know I am, man. I love you, man.
I love you too, bro.
Shout out to all my peoples, man. You guys know who you are, man. I love you guys. I love the nation. Keep doing the positive thing. The positive flow. Always overrules negativity. So, anyone knows me, I just try to keep it positive, and they know I love my nation. And you guys know how to get in contact with me. I'm on Facebook. So,
all right, brother. Thank you for coming back on the Raider Homer channel and the Raider Bear family page.
For anybody, anything I can do is one more thing. Anything I can do for anybody, you feel free to reach out to me. I try to do my best, and let's just keep the nation going. Raiders!
Ow!
Wolf out! Drop the mic. I'll drop my phone.
All right, brother. Be safe out there.
All right, brother. One love.
One love. All right, Raider Nation. There you have it. Raider Wolf here on Monday Nights Live, simulcast on the Raider Bear family page and the Raider Homer channel. Be sure to subscribe to both if you haven't already. We appreciate your support. Now, like I said, technical difficulties, that's how we do it here on the Raider Homer channel. I'm using a whole new website right now. I got to figure out how to find the chat line. So hopefully somebody's in the chat line that can monitor the chat line for me. Hopefully that's Heidi. We'll see, though. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. Remember, you can call 512-298-2407 and leave your shout-outs in the Raider Homer's phone blitz. Now, with that being said, let's get our next caller on, Captain Jack Rackham. All right, there's that blank screen. Like I said, there's always something here on the Raider Homer channel. One day I will get it together, man. How you doing, Captain Jack Rackham? Remember, no F-bomb.
I'm good. In fact, let me turn you down on YouTube so we don't have double sound going on. I know that's annoying as hell when I hear it on my show.
So you said you were in the chat line, man. You said you were in the chat. Oh yeah, that's with you and Wayne. Hey, don't forget that me, Captain Jack, and Ken Thompson, and The Violator, we all do a show on Fan Media Network called Raiders Superfan Show. We do that during the season, so don't forget. Yeah. Hey, so Captain, you said you're in the chat line, man. How does my audio sound?
I said, no worries. It's just the fact that, like I said, if you can't see the comments, that's a bummer. But I'm sure we'll figure that one out.
Yeah, no, there's a way that I have to do it. I'll have to figure it out. But anyway, but the audio sounds okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, cool. I got a little mute button so I can mute myself when I'm sitting here breathing heavy when you're talking.
Yeah, I was just saying, man, don't get excited, doing that. I mean, if it's a young lady, a wonderful Raiderette, she can get all hot and heavy sounding on me. But, when Homer does it's kind of creepy.
It's very creepy. All right, so you were tuning in, man. What do you think? Give us your insight on these free agent moves that the Raiders are making.
Well, before I do that, apparently there's some. Are you playing music?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because
now.
Yeah, according to the chat line, there's music playing and no me.
No, you.
Yeah, no, they can't hear me.
No, now they can hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, yeah.
There
Anyways,
you go. Yeah, it's that we got a there you go and a there from Oso and Raider Squid. See, I'm reading you. I'm reading you guys.
what's up, Oso and Squid? Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And yeah, we good. We good. And yeah, Captain's on now. Thanks there, Mr. Jimenez, aka Executioner. Thanks for that throwing that pass from me. I do got to say this while hopefully Wolf is hearing. Wolf, we're going to be doing some dancing in Dallas. So make sure you obviously, I know you got your dancing shoes on, and I'm ready for that as well. And Wolf, you can come on my show anytime. You ain't getting a friggin' hour though. Okay.
He said he wanted an hour.
You know, I was gonna say love Wolf, but come on, dude. I mean, I give like on and off. I got Homer in there. I got Jason Dean when he's Jason Dean. I got him as Demon King as well. I like to throw everybody up in there, and you know, we good to go. And I love to have that participation. I know Oso's been up over there, and everybody that's here. I can't wait to see everybody. I am finally starting to hopefully get out and about. I saw Raider at Pepsi was over in the neighborhood this weekend. I got a chance to see her. And, you know, so I'm getting out there, and I like saying that hopefully I will get word on with other folks as well. As soon as I know I'm going, like I said, I'm going to be getting my airline tickets as soon as I get paid. In a couple of days, I'll be getting my airline tickets to Austin and my airline tickets to Canton, because I'm definitely traveling to Austin, definitely traveling to Canton. And once they figure out what's going on with Raider Nation Explosion, let me know, and I will see if I can make my way out there as well.
Great segue, Captain. So, for information on the Raider Nation Explosion, just stay tuned for the Loyalty Crew podcast with me and Mad Max. We got an episode coming up probably this weekend where we interview Wayne, and we're going to interview Tone and Mob Boss, and they are going to allow us to be like the official podcast of the Raider Nation Explosion and the Raider Nation magazine. So you can tune into that podcast. Just go to the RaiderHomerChannel.buzzsprout.com to keep up to date. But yeah.
And I gotta throw a plug. Hey, I'm on Buzzsprout and everything too, people. If you ain't watching my show on YouTube, make sure you're heading over to Buzzsprout, because again, between Homer and myself, we try to have everything covered for you. Yeah, we do.
Oh yeah, man. And I'm definitely looking forward to traveling. I hope I get to see you again this year, Captain. It's been a long while. And hey, Austin. Ooh, man. If you come to Austin, that's going to be great. So for those that are tuning in on the Raider Bear family page, my chapter, the Black Hole chapter, has invited other chapters from Texas. And of course, anybody is welcome. We've invited TNBC, Space City Raider Nation, Death Star Boosters Club, and DFW to come down and play in a softball tournament. And we're going to have Captain Jack call the game, because he'll be broadcasting, and you can see us all have fun. And hopefully you can come out and enjoy, the fun with us.
Most definitely. Hey, I got to say, though, hopefully somebody's got one of those big umbrellas if I'm not up in like a higher rise thing, because I tell you, I don't like baking out there. I'm an old dude on medicine. Okay, so... make sure somebody's got some cover for me, because remember, even though I'm a little bit, shall we say, darker than the average blanco, I don't want to get all red in the sun and whatnot, because I got to watch my wonderful skin.
Man, I can't believe you came out here and you said that. Come on, Captain.
Say what?
I can't believe you came out here and said that.
What? That I got to watch my wonderful skin?
Yes. Come on, you ruined it, man. You ruined it. Look, give us your insight on this free agency that the Raiders are going through right now.
Okay, I tell you what, we got a lot of good things going on, and I don't know if you've mentioned it, but I put it in the chat line. We also re-signed and extended. I shouldn't say re-signed. We extended our big boy James, the wonderful big kid that was playing center behind Hudson, We extended him today for another 2 years. So there you go. We with James in the fold, and then we also got obviously Martin from the Texans that can play both center and guard. I know that Demon King's really high on him because he's a Notre Dame graduate. Obviously, we got Denzel Good in the fold. We obviously re-signed Cotton. We have our boy Simpson, the draft pick from last year. So, I mean, you can never be too fat because people, and I say fat is in like a good thing, no pun
right?
intended on the offensive line. But you can never be too fat on the offensive line. But we got some bodies out there. The only thing that is up in the air right now is who we got at right tackle. And as of right now, it's looking like Denzel Good.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, they're taking a right tackle in the draft, dude. That's what they're going to do. That's what Gruden did with his first pick. That's what he's going to do with this pick right now. You build from the trenches out. And you could say, I know the running joke is that we're still in the rebuild mode, but these players cycle every 3 years, so you got to keep looking for interior linemen on both sides of the ball. So I expect them to take an offensive tackle in the first round.
I don't mind that, but I tell you what, you better get the best one available that you can plug right in and I know that Jason Dean, aka Demon King, and I will be talking about it when we do our draft show. But again, I want to make sure that if we're going right tackle in round one, that we are getting somebody that can be thrown right in there and be good to go. Because again, if we're passing up defensive help, we better make sure we're getting quality on offense. And again, yeah, we need a right tackle. That's for sure. But that's why I'm saying if there are quality right tackles that are available in the draft that we can get in the next round, because again, we are going to pick up some draft picks. Our draft picks are accumulating, and I wouldn't be surprised if we trade down to acquire more. And I think that's the way we're going to go. We're going to get some offensive line help in the draft. We're definitely going to get all of those defenders that we are missing. People are saying, hey, we need corners and safeties. Don't worry, there's extra rounds of free agency to go. And obviously the draft, I like what we got going on there. Obviously our defensive line right now is like 1,000% better than what it was. We got Hankins back. We added Ngakoue at end to pair with Max. Obviously, Cleve Farrell is a great plugger in defensive tackle that can throw out on the end as well. We got the two big kids that we signed, the one that was the number 3 pick from the Niners, along with the other kid that played for the Bills. Apologies, I don't got their names, but we went out and addressed that. Okay, so we are addressing that. So figure. We did the linebackers last year with Littleton and Kwiatkowski. We re-signed Mullen, I want to make sure, not Mullen, Morrow. There you go, and we have Mullen there. So we are really getting things squared away. Obviously, thank you there, Travis, for reminding me. Taking Incognito at a $4.5 million savings is fantastic. Again, I wasn't real sure that he was going to be there, and he was cut like I predicted. But the fact that we got him on a better contract is really good to go. Littleton as well as Kwiatkowski readjusted their money. We are burning and cooking with gas, man. And like I said, even with the tight ends, I love the fact we picked up Carrier and we have Moreau and we have Waller. That is a dynamic group of tight ends. And, obviously I'm happy that we picked up Brown because everybody was kind of upset with us losing Aguilar. But you know what? Brown is a hell of a lot more consistent. He's just as big as a burner as Aguilar was. And Aguilar, yeah, he was a dynamic force last year, but, he wanted way too much money. And we got Brown at a song in comparison. So we are good to go. The big question is, and you've already alluded to, we got Kenyon Drake. So we got somebody to pair with Jacobs. We re-signed Riddick, which is good. The big question is who's going to be QB2? That's the big question. And, we'll see what happens there. I think that Mariota is kind of gone, but we can't really say that until he either takes that pay cut, which I don't think he will, or gets tossed. Now, I will say this, and I said this on my show last night. By the way, if you ain't watching my shows, watch my shows too over on YouTube. But I said this last night. Mariota is going to go to somebody that definitely is quarterback hungry. It could be Denver. It could be New England. But he's going to wind up with a gig somewhere for sure.
I want us to keep Mariota. I laugh in the face of all the people that said Mariota was coming to take Derek Carr's job, but at the same time, I want to keep him, dude. That guy is a good change of pace. If he came in the game where Carr got hurt, and he was a good change of pace. That defense was not ready for him. You know what I mean? And so he's a asset as far as a backup. Like if we're gonna pay somebody, if we're gonna overpay, I would rather overpay on a quarterback, a backup quarterback. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but at the same time, this is a quarterback league. You know what I mean? You have to have a quarterback to compete. So, I mean, Mariota, hopefully he stays. And then, going back to the drafting a tackle in the first round, however they do it, I'm pretty sure they are going to get that tackle, though, because apparently this is a loaded draft when it comes to offensive linemen. So, but I mean, there's lots to be excited about right now, because basically this team, what they did in free agency, like you say, they loaded up on the defensive line. There's a hole in the free safety, but hopefully Tanner Muse can fill that. But they've got themselves into a position where they can collect that draft capital, you know what I mean, and bring in more competition, knowing that they're going to have a plethora of players to pick from. And so, I mean, I'm excited. This is very good. We're in a very good position.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the comments with Travis, and yeah, I say that Brown is not good, as far as recently. But remember, folks, we had Willie Brown, we had Tim Brown. We're going to bring the Brown name back to prominence in a positive way, brother. And I think that John Brown will be doing that for us. He definitely can't hurt. He definitely can't hurt. And it would be nice to see Brown wear number 81. I'm not sure if anybody's wearing it.
No. Michael Rivera already tarnished that number. Leave that one alone.
No, I'm just saying, but if it's not being worn, somebody's got to wear it. I remember the last person that wore it was the tight end out of UT that was Naya Rivera's brother. I don't know if anybody's worn it since, though.
Yeah, Michael Rivera. No, I don't think so.
Right. Yeah, that's why I said I think Rivera was the last person to wear it, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice to have a positivity with that number, and with that name. I'm just saying, if you're gonna bring back the positives back, you might want to have the karma that goes with it.
Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna get that far into that. I don't know. I don't really believe in all that. They happen to have the same last name. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Whatever. I think John Brown, he's going to be a good wide receiver because, one, he can run routes. You know what I mean? He's a smaller type guy, but he's been successful in the league. So, again, Gruden bringing in that type of guy to show Ruggs is a great coaching move. You know what I mean? How you get off the ball. They're similar size, so, Ruggs ought to learn how to get off the ball, how to run better routes, the importance of running routes at his size. So this could turn into a great acquisition, but I don't know about wearing number 81.
Well, I'm just saying people were poo-pooing the name Brown. I'm just saying, let it go, let it go, let it go. I sound like a friggin' Disney song. Here's the thing is that, we've gotten the person to take Aguilar's place. We are, across the board. People were looking like, oh man, this is going to be a bad year. And, we don't know, some of the hate and dissension that was going on, but you know what? We got draft picks for Hudson. We got draft picks for Jackson when we were, people were saying, well, we cut him and we lost all this money. No, we ended up getting draft picks for them as well.
See, that drove me insane. That morning, that whole day drove me insane, man, because people were coming out on Raider Nation Radio and other podcasts, and they were talking about, sounds like an agent move, that the agent leaked out this information. Maybe not the team never said that they were just going to cut him, but the agent got the information that they didn't like it, and they leaked it. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I never get too involved with all the rumors, unless it makes sense, like the Cordell Patterson one. That one makes sense, that they would want return specialist to come back that's already been on the team that Gruden knows can play, and they're getting guys on the cheap right now, so they can get him back and hopefully, get him to return, put us in good position on, and win a couple of games. That's what we need because, Max Crosby came up with a blocked field goal at the end of the year, helped us win, but other than that, there wasn't a whole lot of help from the special teams. Renfro returned that kick for a touchdown, the punt for a touchdown, but it got called back. We need some special team spark, man. That's the Raiders are known for great special teamers, playing great special teams. We need that back. It's all three phases. We need that back. So we need special teams for sure.
Yeah, now I was going to say, now that's the first I'm hearing about Cordero Patterson coming back. Is this something from a source that you're hearing from, or is this just wishful thinking?
Well, I'm not sure yet. We were just talking about rumors. I'm just saying that's one rumor that to me would make sense that the Raiders would actually be going. They would actually be going for somebody that's been on the team that they know is a good fit and can play special teams. I don't know about all the other rumors though. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because I was going to say the last time I saw him, he was playing for the Bears and he was playing rather well. So I'd have to check out what his contract status is.
Well, that's the thing though. Is this year there's a bunch of cap casualties. Guys are getting let go left and right. Like that, they would have kept Hudson if they didn't have to worry about the cap hit. But at 32, getting ready to make $15 million on an 8-8 team, we had to do what we had to do. And Andre James, I think he had there's some bad film on him in Detroit, but I remember that kid playing well. You know what I mean? And he was a guard moving to center. So I don't know. Under Tom Cable, let's go ahead and see what he's got.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of Andre James, and prior to us picking up Martin, I was going to say that's going to be our center. So I would say that he with signing Martin, then again we are just kind of like I said, we're fat in a good way along the offensive line between all of the people that we have. The only person we don't have identified right now is our right tackle. And again, if you say we're going RT in round one, we'll see, or we do RT in round two. I just say we definitely got to solidify that role. And if that person is not going to start for us, and right now the right tackle I see is Good, because Good came in and played well when Brown went out, first game of the year against the Panthers. We lost Brown. We lost, the other kid that was backing him up, who's still out there. And see, that says a lot that we haven't signed the backup who was oft injured himself. We did sign Good to that 2-year contract, and thank God we did that.
Yeah, no, Good is a utility lineman. I love having him, man. I was hoping we would get him back. I was worried when they said they were going to let him test free agency, but he came back, And the time when people were saying nobody wanted to play for Gruden, so I was happy that that came through and didn't fall through, because Good, man, that dude, guard, tackle, didn't matter, man. Team player, excellent signing.
Yeah, for sure. We've gotten quality around everything that we've done so far. We've re-signed players, we've extended players, and the ones that we've lost, we picked up picks for. So I don't see, and again, not that I'm a homer or anything.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a homer.
Well, first off, I can't be a homer when it's already accounted for by you. But not that I'm a homer, but I've done I liked everything that we've done so far in free agency. And again, we have the draft and we have round 2 and 3 of free agency to go as well. So, hey, don't count us out. I am an analyst. That's what I do for a living. I mean, I look at things, plus or minus and all good things. I don't sugarcoat shite. And I will give you a definitive dose of reality of what I think. And I think that we are getting better. And we've trimmed the cap, which we needed to do. And you know what? It can only get better. Now, like I said, we went from 7-9 to 8-8. We could have been that 10-6, like you and I both projected on our shows last year. So, you give us a couple of those games, I hate saying it, woulda, coulda, shoulda, but yeah, this was a 10-6 team, but at least we were 8-8 at the end, and that's better than being another losing season. But, we got to do it this year for sure.
Yeah. This is the year for sure. I believe I'm not saying anybody on the hot seat, but I'm saying this is the year that we got to do it for like team morale, fan base morale. Like we need to win, and get in the playoffs, get a playoff win. In 2016 we ended the playoff drought. Carr got hurt. We're back on a drought. You know what I mean? So it'd be nice to get to the playoffs, in the playoff victory drought, and then hopefully compete again and hopefully win a Super Bowl. But keep taking steps forward. You know what I mean? Like Gruden first time around 8-8. Then what? He was 11-5, and then 12-4.
8-8, then 12-4, and then 11-5.
Okay, so but he always made an advancement, and he got to a point where he could maintain. So, I think that's the next step because, the first year he had to tear down the roster, 4-12, right? The next year, 7-9 with a little bit of a better roster, one good draft. Then the next year, that good draft, good decent free agency. You got one game, should have won 3 more, but now the next step is to seal the deal on that Dolphin game. You know what I mean? Because we have the people to do it. We're going to put pressure without getting a hand on Fitzmagic's face mask. You know what I mean? We got defensive guys that can play a lot smarter than that aren't inexperienced, can contribute and get us those wins. I really do believe. And it's not just me being a homer. I'm just saying it's like the way I look at the way this roster is shaping up and the pieces that we lost. Yes, Hudson, Jackson, big loss. But at the same time, we still got Incognito coming back, so you feel confident and good. It's just a matter of the center. Of course, the center that we signed for the Texans only allowed 1 sack last year, so that's good competition. So we can easily go 10-6. So hopefully, I guess 10-7, right? Whatever, or 11-6 or something like that. We have an extra game this year.
Yeah. Now, does that start this year? I'm not sure on that. But I wasn't sure if this is the year that they finally added that extra game.
I believe it does.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That means another game that I can hopefully go out and meet out with Raider Nation. Man, that sounds good. And I definitely am looking forward to hanging out with you, hanging out with Wolf, hanging out with Oso, hanging out with Demon King, hanging out with Squid, hanging out with everybody. It's going to be a lot better this year. So I'll be wearing my mask and my bandana and all that other thing because again I want to make sure that I'm good to go. And hey, I just want to be kicking around for a little while longer. That's for sure.
And we want you to, Cap. So yeah, but you got your vaccine, right?
I am getting my number 2 shot on Thursday. This is a shameless plug. Check out the Gun Show Thursday night on the You Don't Know Jack About Sports show. That's when I get my COVID shot number 2. And as long as I don't have super duper negative effects, I'll be doing my show on Thursday and I'll be popping my arm up for the Gun Show like I did the first time I got my COVID shot. So yeah, I will be getting that second one and feeling, better about getting it. I just want to make sure, the side effects is when they come out with that second one, allegedly.
Well,
Gun Show Thursday, make sure you're watching.
What I've heard is that the Pfizer, so people that I know that took the Moderna, they had a reaction with the second shot, but the people that took the Pfizer, they didn't have a reaction. So that's
yeah,
what
I got Moderna. I got Moderna, which is why I'm saying it. We'll see what happens.
Well, good luck. Fingers crossed, Captain. Either way, though, I cannot wait to roll out Minimax on your show again.
Yeah, man, Minimax was a pleasure, man. And like I said, you got to get Big Max and Minimax on for a time. Like I said, gentlemen, ladies, all you folks, I appreciate you being over here. We're going to roll out some more shows on my channel as well. And I'm happy to announce that eventually we're going to have Captain and Wench's show coming up on Tuesday night. So spend some time with some lady Raiderettes that actually know what the hell they're talking about. That's for sure.
I'm still not quite over you taking Ladybug. That's my Ladybug.
I didn't take Ladybug. I didn't take her. I asked who would wanted to do a show, and they said, yeah, I'm up. And I just made sure that it wasn't a negative thing. I didn't take nobody. I don't raid from friends. That's for sure.
Well, let's let the record show that you didn't ask me.
No, I did not, but I asked her.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, never mind. All right, cool. All right, Cap. Appreciate you coming on tonight, man, talking Raider football with us here on the Raider Homer channel and the Raider Bear family page.
For sure. Thanks again for letting me be there, Homer, again. Thanks again, folks. Head on over. Hit me up on my YouTube channel. And I do things for Bear when I can. So hopefully that'll come to fruition. And by the way, next Sunday night, the 28th, the day before my birthday, crap. The Islanders just scored. Anyway, the day before my birthday, on the 28th, this Sunday night, I will be on TNBC Uncensored with Corey the Raider. So there's another thing that you can hang out and listen to the captain, maybe being a little bit more vocal than normal because I'm trying to watch my mouth.
And you're doing a great job, Captain. Great job.
I'm trying, man. Hey, thanks again there, Homer. Appreciate being on.
Hey, thank you, Captain. All right, Raider Nation, there you go. That's Captain Jack here on Monday Nights Live on the Raider Bear family page and the Raider Homer channel. So thanks for tuning in. Again, I normally read out the chat lines right here. I'm going to have to figure out how to open it up. I've kind of looked into it earlier. We're simulcasting on 2 channels, so I'll get it all worked out. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to the halftime show. First, though, like I said, we kick it off with the phone blitz, so hopefully everything's lined up. Oh, wait, I guess I'll go ahead and get this going. See, look. Shouldn't take long. Here we go. All right, cool. All right, let's get to it.
Hello. This is Raider Travis out here in California. Shout out to all you Raider Nation holding it down, keeping us all straight. Big shout out to Raider Homer for doing what he does to promote the positivity, as well as Corey the Raider, Raider Bear, For Life Crew, our Raider Story. Check them all out on YouTube. Check them out. I want to shout out to all the clubs and the crews that are putting it all together and supporting. Big shout out to my club SBA. That'd be Silver and Black Alliance. Check us out on Facebook. We got many pages. Check out Raider Homer's page. Check out Raider Bear's page. Check us all out. Just remember, big shout out to all the musicians out there as well. Certified Trub, Lonnie Cash. I want to just shout out to Big Mac. Hope everyone stays safe, stays positive, and let's all get this win this season. Gonna go all the way. Hope to see you all in Vegas. That's right. Raiders! Get your Raider music on. We always keep repping! Much love and respect, Raider Nation.
Hey, Raider Homer, this is Houston Raider Steve. I really like all the acquisitions we're doing in free agency. I'm glad they were getting kind of long in the tooth, as they say, as Hudson and Jackson. So we're going younger, so that if you're going to go younger, then they're going to be not quite as expensive. So we're going out and getting these free agents. I like the running back we got. I like our defensive ends, defensive tackles we got. I like everybody that we brought in so far. Richie Incognito came back. Nassib Breed did his contract. I'm really excited about the Raiders. They can say what they want to, but they'll always be our team until the day they put me in the ground. And they'll always be a fan, and just keep on doing what they're doing. They need to go out and get some linebackers, and they need some safeties. Just go all defense with this. And maybe an offensive lineman, obviously. We need at least one, possibly two. However we can do it. So I like the center that they got from the Texans as well. So anyway, the future's so bright, you got to wear shades. The Raiders are back, baby. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. What say you? Bye. God bless. Go Raiders!
What's up, y'all? This is Raider Demon King. Just calling to say hi to the nation out there. Hope everybody's staying safe. Everybody stay positive. And I'll see you all during the season. Raider Nation for life. Raiders.
Save our boats. Don't run away like the Colts. Don't be a traitor like a Raider. Man, shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here.
The autumn wind is a Raider. The autumn wind is a Raider.
I'm always repping that Raider black. Silver attack, I'm known as Big Man. Always keeping it real, representing the spirit. I ride or die for this Raider shit.
The autumn wind is a Raider. The autumn wind is a Raider.
San Diego Superchargers, what the hell is that? Where your rhymes are black, yo, fake ass joke, yo, slang and hate, yo, come on my Raiders and your ass will get smoked. Recognize who you're talking about. This is Raider Nation, keep us out of your mouth. We bleed to the bone with that silver and black, and don't ever underestimate the Big Mac. Cause I go off jump, you a soft punk. That rap we made food, that's all a jump. San Diego Superchargers, boy, you full of it, that's super guard. We the best in the West, got that shield on my chest. There's only one nation, forget the rest. Cause we rolling deep, we got all the weapons. And you know Big Mac is always rapping. I'm always rapping that Raider black. Silver attack, I'm known as Big Mac. Always keeping it real, representing the spirit. I ride or die for this Raider shit.
The autumn wind is a Raider. The autumn wind is a Raider.
I'm always rapping that Raider black. Silver attack, I'm known as Big Mac. Always keeping it real, representing the spirit. I ride or die for this Raider shit.
The autumn wind is a Raider. The autumn wind is a Raider.
I'm always repping that silver and black. When I'm in the stands, I'm watching Raiders attack. Nothing else bigger than being an operator. Khalil Mack is a dominator. We got the DBs to sack the QBs. And on the sidelines, we got the QTs. We got the best dance, so stay up on back row. Don't ever stick the punk gas in the black hole. Forget your team.
Save our boats. Don't run away like the Colts. Don't be a traitor like a Raider. Man, shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here.
The autumn wind is a Raider. The autumn wind is a Raider.
I'm always repping that Raider black. Silver attack, I'm known as Big Mac. Always keeping it real, representing the spirit. I ride or die for this Raider shit.
The autumn wind is a Raider. The autumn wind is a Raider.
San Diego Superchargers, what the hell is that? Where your rhymes are black, yo, fake ass joke, yo, slang and hate, yo, talk about my Raiders and your ass will get smoked. Recognize who you're talking about. This is Raider Nation, keep us out of your mouth. We bleed to the bone with that silver and black, and don't ever underestimate the Big Mac. Cause I go off jump, you a soft punk. That rap we made food, that's all a jump. San Diego Superchargers, boy, you full of it, that's super guard. We the best in the West, got that shield on my chest. There's only one nation, forget the rest. Cause we rolling deep, we got all the weapons. And you know Big Mac is always rapping. I'm always rapping that Raider black. Silver attack, I'm known as Big Mac. Always keeping it real, representing the spirit. I ride or die for this Raider shit.
The autumn wind is a Raider. The autumn wind is a Raider.
I'm always repping that Raider black. Silver attack, I'm known as Big Mac. Always keeping it real, representing the spirit. I ride or die for this Raider shit.
The autumn wind is a Raider. The autumn wind is a Raider.
I'm always repping that silver and black. When I'm in the stands, I'm watching Raiders attack. Nothing else bigger than being an operator. Khalil Mack is a dominator. We got the DBs to sack the QBs. And on the sidelines, we got the QTs. We got the best dance, so stay up on back row. Don't ever stick the punk gas in the black hole. Forget your team, that's right, I said it. Come to O.O. Better believe you're gonna regret it, cause we give you no mess, as you can see. So fuck the Broncos, the Boats, and KC. Pathetic ass teams, we're the only nation. And we stand tall with that reputation. We don't hold back got all the weapons. And you know Big Mac is always rapping. I'm always rapping, now Raider black. Silver attack, I'm known as Big Mac. Always keeping it real, representing this spirit. I ride or die for this Raider shit.
The autumn wind is a Raider. The autumn wind is a Raider.
I'm always rapping, now Raider black. Silver attack, I'm known as Big Mac. Always keeping it real, representing this spirit. I ride or die for this Raider shit.
The autumn wind is a Raider. The autumn wind is a Raider.
I was born a Raider, never a Raider trader. I'm greater than you hater, I'm a gladiator. Representing with the foolish, yeah, my team is the coolest. Derek Carr's from the field throwing bombs, let's do this. Booyah! The crowd goes wild, super fans in the stands, slapping hands in the aisles, getting pumped up. Yeah, that's how we get down. This is how we do it in the city of Oaktown. Know you ass fans, dedicated from the heart. I've been a Raider fan way back from the start. Raider gear's all I wear, so beware when I stare at your sorry ass punk ass you can't compare to this loyal ass super fan. Talk trash about my Raiders, getting busted like a rubber band. So by now you can see that I'm the weapon. And you know Big Mac is always rapping. I'm always rapping, now Raider black. Silver attack, I'm known as Big Mac. Always keeping it real, representing this field. I ride or die for this Raider shit.
The autumn wind is a Raider. The autumn wind is a Raider.
I'm always rapping, now Raider black. Silver attack, I'm known as Big Mac. Always keeping it real, representing this field. I ride or die for this Raider shit.
The autumn wind is a Raider. The autumn wind is a Raider.
I wanna give a shout out to my Raider Nation crew. Knights of the Shield and the KOS Night crew. Wolfman, Graffiti Raider, Reaper Man Team. Raider Cannon, Warrior Princess, Pink Sugar's my team. Game Face, Skeletor, Storm Raider, Raider X, Riot Raider, Cape Train, Spine Raider, Who's Next? Gorilla, Hammer Flow, Christian Crew, Show Love, and blowing up tracks on the microphone. Love, Hazmat Boys making noise for the nation. Raider hitters, can't stop, change the station. This is our home field, know what I mean? Middle finger in the air, Mr. F your team. You about to get tossed by the Raider, my boss. Violator, Raider, Jerry Ghost, Raider, go off, and it don't stop when I'm naming up my crew. Dre up the dead, Raider, I can too. I gotta keep it going for the ones who got my back. OG, Raider Red, Cool Gooey, Mrs. Mac. Raider Red, Black Ice, ain't nothing nice. You miss it with my girl, for you better think twice. Grim Raider, Fish Raider, Raider, Biscuit. Let's see you Raider haters try to bust this. But you ain't nothing cause you can't come close. This is Raider Nation and I'm giving you a dose of the Big Mac on the map. On my boy Tuzak, Raider Menace is the maniac on my back. Dr. Death, the Raider hitter killer. And that's how I'm a grind, is Raider Red Killer. Queen of the darkness, I thought you knew. Shout out to the Raider Nation wrecking crew. I told you, fool, we got too many weapons. Don't you forget, Big Mac is always rapping. I'm always rapping, now Raider black. Silver attack, I'm known as Big Mac. Always keeping it real, representing this field. I ride or die for this Raider shit.
The autumn wind is a Raider. The autumn wind is a Raider.
I'm always rapping, now Raider black. Silver attack, I'm known as Big Mac. Always keeping it real, representing this field. I ride or die for this Raider shit.
The autumn wind is a Raider. The autumn wind is a Raider.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Everybody right now has dreams, don't they, guys? All right, everybody in the NFL, I have a dream of making it in the NFL. I got a dream of winning a Super Bowl. I got a dream of being in a Pro Bowl. I'm really not in the dream anymore. Okay, I'm in the nightmare.
I'm a Raider man, not your average fan. No need for a bandit, there's no wagon, man. I'm a Raider man, not your average fan. No need for a bandit, there's no wagon, man. I'm a Raider man, not your average fan. No need for a bandit, there's no wagon, man. I'm a Raider man, not your average fan. No need for a bandit, there's no wagon, man. It's the silver and black, the pie with the patch. Swords through his head, return from the dead. Welcome to the dark side, goons and bad guys. Sounds a little scary, but don't be be afraid. It's alright. Just relax. Don't react. You get jacked by men in black for talking smack. Don't do it. It's best to fall back or either walk the plank. Go ahead and jump ship. You ain't built for this. We stay lit for this. You ain't fit for this. Not for the weak, not for the soft. Great or die hard, we go harder than hard. We defend the shield on everything that we love. For info, L, yeah, straight out the mud. No love for the past, let's make that clear. And we not in the dreams, we in the full nightmares. I'm a Raider man, not your average fan. No need for a bangers, there's a wagon, man. I'm a Raider man, not your average fan. No need for a bangers, there's the wagon, man. I'm a Raider man, not your average fan. No need for a bangers, there's the wagon, man. I'm a Raider man, not your average fan. No need for a bangers, there's the wagon, man. Team bad, y'all know how we do. Tear up the town, shut it down when we come through. Unlike any others, haters or lovers, Raiders for life, ain't nothing brand new. Raider Nation, so amazing. Afro-Americans, Hispanics, Caucasians, Indians, Asians, good vibration. I'm yelling it, I'm telling them it's only one nation. One nation. Deep inside, they respect what we do. They most loyal fans in sports, and we always stay true. And we bleed this, feed this, seize this, needs this, live, die, and breathe this. You best to believe that I'm a Raider man, not your average fan. No need for a bangers, there's a wagon, man. I'm a Raider man, not your average fan. No need for a bangers, there's the wagon, man. I'm a Raider man, not your average fan. No need for a bangers, there's the wagon, man. I'm a Raider man, not your average fan. No need for a bangers, there's the wagon, man. Team bad, bad guys, black pirates.
When the command's given, then the land turns black. Lock and low, watch the field explode. The command's given straight from the general. Eyes up, move out, and ready for attack. Silver and black, maneuver like quarterbacks. Begin sacks before sapping Matt. Super fans like the general in the ad. Set an airstrike, bombs on the ground. Bodies hit the floor, nobody still can hear the sound. No retreat, no surrender, no pretenders. Incoming is the devil dog, don't take it off.
That is Raider Homer's halftime show. Shout out to Team Bad, shout out to Big Mac, and shout out to the General for allowing me to play their music. I appreciate all the support. Raider Nation, make sure y'all head over there, contact them, and get the copy of your own. All right, look, so we are going to be working with Raider Puppet here on the Raider Homer channel, bringing it to the Raider Bear family page as well. So let's go ahead and go live. Well, it's not live. It was live. Let's go ahead and go to Vegas with this video from Raider Puppet.
Hey Raider Nation, it's Raider Puppet back at the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And guess who I'm joined with today? The Raider Jester and the Raider Goon here at the Raider Stadium. Oh yeah, everybody. This is going to be fun business today here. Hey, you guys, how are you guys? How you guys doing?
Man, I'm doing fabulous. Fabulous. I can't complain one bit. We're at home.
So I understand that you moved to Las Vegas?
I sure did. July 1st last year, moved to Vegas. All for the Raiders, baby. All
Fantastic, fantastic. And Raider Goon, where are you from, my friend?
I'm from LA.
From Los Angeles. What are you coming out here today just to hang out with the Raider Nation?
Oh, yeah, man. This is home. This is
All
home
about
now.
Raider
It's
Nation.
Closer. Now I want to hear more often.
All about Raider Nation here, people. All about Raider Nation. Fantastic. So what's the plan for the season? You guys going to be doing some tailgating? Going to hang out at the games? What's going on over here?
Man, you know, I'm doing it all. I'm doing it all. Whatever I can afford this year, I'm running it all. I'm doing it all that.
Well, we appreciate it. Our city appreciates everything. The Raiders appreciate Raider Nation Live. Hey, everybody, you guys take care. Have a great day. Great meeting you guys. I'm sure we will hook up later on at some point, sometime.
For sure.
Thank you guys so much. Raider Nation, baby. Boom, cut. That's good.
Hey, what's up, Raider Nation? I just want to give a big shout out to all the Raider Nation, especially to my boy, Raider Homer. Raiders!
Reporting live for the Raider Homer channel, this is Raider Puppet live from Las Vegas, from the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium.
All right, shout out to Raider Puppet, Raider Jester, and Raider Goon, who is our next guest. That's right, we're bringing Raider Goon on to the Raider Homer channel, Monday nights live for the first time. So we'll be doing a standard interview, then we'll pick his brain on what he thinks about the offseason moves. So once again, shout out to everybody that helped me with the halftime show. I'm looking forward to getting Savage and Raider Wolf to be a part of the halftime show as well, so keep an eye out for that, Raider Nation. Now with that being said, let's get to Raider Goon.
And you are tuned into the Raider Nation for Life Mixtape Volume 1 with Shalif and Raider Mystic. And the next track, go Raiders!
Raider Nation. Raider Mystic right about now. Picking up Charlie Perkins. Every time, you know. Yeah. I'm a Raider. So Raider. I'm a champion. Committed to excellence.
Them know how we living this silver and black. Them know how we giving them a heart attack. All black Ben Davis and the starter cap. And young Gal Davis is the quarterback. So Raider once there, seen them all eat cheese. And probably be saying why they following me. Why don't cats got bats and dress like that? Why don't girls flip back and grab they sack? It's a Raider thing. You best to keep yelling. I heard a donkey fan. What the hell are they yelling? Raider Nation. Never hesitate. Fake nations fake cause they can't duplicate. When they try to imitate, they make mistakes. Cause the best super fan takes the cake. I'll do it to my last breath. Nothing but love. Now when you look at how I'm dressed, now you know it's because I'm a Raider. So Raider. I'm a champion. Committed to excellence. Yeah, they all know what's up when the Raiders are here. We make it flood, make them take to the top of the hill. With the love that's so great that you hate and with fear. Don't discuss cause you won't find Buccaneers in here. It's the way that we do it, Raider Nation on the grind. One small step cause we help mankind. And like Gorilla, our lights will shine. And like Violator, come kill some. When we do it, nothing but fluid. If you ain't true to this, then don't come around it. Stay away from it, man, they just gangsters. And on that simple note, I would love to thank y'all. At any game, ain't nobody messing with me. Through many pains, I will always have my Raider family. They always hate cause we something they'll never be. They'll never be Raider.
I said me name a fire. Bring the Raider Nation just a little bit more higher. The silver and the black, strong and valiant like a lion. Marcus Allen of the rhymes, the Bo Jackson of my timing. Hut, hut, tight, biggity boom, biggity bye. TB2 just running by with the fire in his eye. Last pick of Al Davis, a legend in our time. Last pick of Mr. Davis, a legend in my mind. Just win, baby, once a Raider, always a Raider. You don't adjust, you dominate. A couple mantras from the Raider creator. Nothing could be greater than in a black hole chanting Raider. Like Darth Raider, we invaders from space, been sent to planet Earth for pirates left to dominate. Shattering walls of oppression and hate. And we don't lie, we don't die, we just multiply. Committed to excellence every day, in every way. Raider in the morning time, so Raider, and in the evening too. I'm a champion, champion sound. Committed to excellence, number one.
All right, Raider Nation, here we go with Raider Goon on Monday Nights Live. How you doing, brother?
Doing fantastic, brother. Doing fantastic. What's up, Raider Nation?
Man, well, I'm just, man, bro. Lots going on this offseason, man. Lots to talk about. You had a great day yesterday, man. But first, I know that you talked about where you came from and how you become a super fan on Raider Bear's interview, on his show's interview with you. But here on the Raider Homer channel, we are all about world building. So this is your first time on the Raider Homer channel. So I want to get that quick story again. Tell the Raider Nation how you became a fan and then how you became a super fan.
First of all, let me thank you for the opportunity to be in your show, bro. Much love and respect, bro. Yeah, man. I was born a Raider fan, man. I've been not hard following the team when I was younger, but when I was able to really understand the X's and O's, man, I started following the team hardcore, man, hardcore. And now that I'm blessed to go here and there, I'm showing up. I'm representing.
Hell yeah, man! You're representing everywhere. So, who inspired you to put on the outfit, man, and represent the Raider Nation, as a super fan?
I'm old school. I'm 46 years old, and I always saw the old players, Dr. Dad and them, play hardcore and just putting the lick on everybody, So I wanted an outfit that can, bring fear into the people that was even like, whoa, and I get that. So my first choice was to bring the costume of the Night King from Game of Thrones, but the mask that I got, it was just ridiculous hot to wear. So one day before Halloween, my boy, the president from Goon Squad, my boy Manuel and his wife and the family were at the Halloween store. And then we came out with the mask and we're like, oh, you know what? This mask is going to go cool with the outfit that I got. I'm going to put this. So, I dedicate the outfit to the silver and black and to Al Davis because everything that is on my outfit is because of him, his words, his name, and the championships.
Awesome, man. Now, I've seen you everywhere, dude. So it's been a long time coming getting you here on the Raider Homer channel, man. Now, yesterday, though, man, you have a bunch of great stories that you can tell us from Vegas yesterday, dude. You met Mad Max, Raider Puppet. Man. Bro, talk about yesterday in Vegas.
It's a humble experience to run into these players, man. And then when the player or the coach show us so much love in return, no questions asked, no matter where they are or who they are with, man, everything's worth it, man. Everything's worth it. Actually, I took the family to Vegas because I was invited by Hope Smith to do wedding pictures for her wedding. So as we're waiting for Hope, and by the way, congratulations, Hope. She we went into the Raider image, and someone told us, "Hey, Max is here." I was like, "What?" So we went over there. Yeah, he was over there in the counter paying, doing his thing, and then because he was wearing a mask, no one recognized him. And to Jester and I went out to him, and we started talking to him. We asked for pictures. Then here comes the crowd. Here comes the show. So Max was really cool with everyone. Everyone that asked for a picture, he said, "Hell yeah," So much love to him, much love and respect to number 98.
Now, I saw you intercepting the bouquet of roses in Vegas, right? What was that all about?
That was a planned video for my girl. She was supposed to, because we're next. We got our wedding plan for like around March next year. So I'm trying to surprise her with everything I can because she deserves it. So you put some laugh into the whole thing. So Hope say, "Let me throw the bouquet to you," to which is my girl. And then I was just standing by, man. So I just went for any section, man, and pick six. So it was
Pick
pretty cool,
six,
man.
touchdown Raiders!
Yep.
Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, man. So weren't you touring the stadium?
Man, we went to this past Thursday. My boy Trovo invited me to, if I wanted to do the tours, I would say, hell yeah, man. So let me tell you, to everyone out there listening, when you're available to go into the stadium and take the tour, do it. Make time. Take the day off or two if your tour happens to land during the week, because it's experience. It's gonna be an experience that you're never gonna forget. There's a lot of surprises out there, and then believe me, it's unbelievable. I'm so blessed to have been part of that day, man. It's not even funny. It's not even funny, man. I hope everyone gets to see the tour.
So how beautiful is Al's torch there at the stadium?
Oh my God, dude! It's a sight to see. We see it in videos, pictures, but when you're standing there next to the torch, looking up, man, the man is right there smiling at you because he got the sons and daughters touring the new stadium. Just like he had a dream one day to have his own stadium, top of the line stadium. He got it, So it's a sight to see, brother.
Yeah, man, I cannot wait to go, man. I'm hoping that everything opens up this season and we can get there, see a game there, see the Raiders win there in Vegas on that brand new field. That field of dreams, man. Start,
Man,
getting these winning ways going again.
It's a great experience, man. I have to go back. I gotta take my son with me because he can't wait. My son was saying, "I can't believe you went without me." So I'm like, "Hey, man, you was only giving me one ticket." So it was. But I am when regular tickets are available, I am gonna take him, and we're gonna do the family thing because believe me, it's sight to see, and it's a huge experience.
Yeah, I can't wait to take my daughter there too because we got one of the legacy bricks. So I want to find it, take a picture with us there. That way, when I'm dead and gone, man, she can always go back to Vegas and see that legacy brick, and remember all the times that we had running around with the Raider Nation, man. I'm a super stoked to be a part of that stadium and see what it's all about.
It's amazing, man. It's amazing. That's all I can say. And I'm not going to spill the beans, man, but there's a part on the tour that is going to bring tears to your eyes, and you're going to remember it for the rest of your life. I know I was broken down because of that moment. So it's amazing, brother.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. Now, we're talking about, hoping that the stadium's going to be open, man, and watching the Raiders play on that field and win. So what do you think about these free agents moves?
You know what? Just like I've been saying, we need to upgrade our defense. We need to go defense, hardcore this year. our offense is good, man. A lot of people are down on Carr, but a lot of the games were not. We lost them because it was not Carr's fault. To be honest, there's so much you can do on there. It's a team effort out there. So, and then sometimes luck is in the other side. So we got to lose a couple of games that could have put us in the playoff. But I think this year defense. What's the name? The guy that came from is from San Francisco, Solomon, I think
Oh
it is.
yeah, Solomon. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good addition. So we're picking up people that are solid football players. I don't think we have gotten or signed someone that is gonna be like ooh, they got that person, But we getting football players, and that's what the idea of this team to build this team is to bring football players that they can contribute right away.
Yeah, and we need that. They've definitely brought in the competition, not just to bring in the guys that can play right away, but to raise the competition around our guys that we need to step up and play this season, man. I think that
Yeah,
they
but
they
that
did really
old
well.
way, yeah, that old way of coming over here and getting a paycheck and just like just not even running like Moss used to do back in the days. Nah, man, that doesn't fly. That doesn't fly. You gotta go. You gotta put it on the field. We deserve it. Your teammates deserve it. Man, we're hungry, man. We're hungry. I'm hungry. I want to see the Raiders go to the playoff, make some noise. Man, I'm excited for this coming year.
Yeah, me too, brother. Me too, man. I think this is our year. I think we're gonna be able to do it. Of course, I say that every year. Being a homer, that's what I do. But
Of course,
you
let's go.
know,
We're Raider fans, man. We're Raider fans. We gotta think. If you don't think the Raiders are going to the Super Bowl every single year, man, something's wrong with you.
amen to that. You're preaching to the choir, brother.
I don't care. I don't care if we're going with the third streamer, but we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. It's been a long time coming, dude. I'm
Yep.
so eager to see us win a Super Bowl, man. Got to, especially with Gruden, because watching him run up and down that field in Tampa or with Tampa, oh man, that made me sick, man. But now we got a chance to erase that, or at least put an overlay on it, Yeah, So Gruden has to win a Super Bowl, man, and you know, I mean, like I guess scrub off his tarnished Raider legacy in my mind.
Yeah, yeah. I think it will be a great time to see him as the head coach, and all these players they're like hard. They're being here for a few years to win it. Like Hart got injured and it's back and he's playing all loud and putting out there, and leading by example. Just like he said in the beginning of the season last year, man, it's on. So if I think this year they're gonna score more points because now you got these rookies last year that can run a better route, that know the system better, that knows what to expect from a cornerback, from a safety, something like that. They're more prepared now, so more experience. So I think they're gonna perform better this year, and I hope so.
Yeah, me too, brother. No, yeah, as long as they don't run into that sophomore wall, you know what I mean. They should definitely make an improvement in their overall game. But mostly just stay healthy. That we got Ruggs got hurt, Edwards got hurt, so that's the big deal right there. Is those guys staying healthy? But if they can, bro, we have an elite wide receiver group. We got the big body, jump ball guy in Edwards. We got the possession receiver in Renfro, and then we got the speedster and Ruggs. Man, that's a really nice, 3-hit combo right there, man. If we can figure out how to utilize them.
Yeah, I think the guy that picked up from the running back from Arizona is going to be a great addition in the running game. So I don't think we're going to lose a lot when it comes to the running the ball. Yes, he's not the big bag that is gonna put it on you, but he's small. So small peoples are hard to find, because they're hiding behind the line, the quarterback. So I think he's gonna have a good year, and I think Jacobs is gonna have another great year. Waller, man, he's a beast. So I think he's gonna continue. The one that I was very surprised that that played so great, and it was a go-to guy was Renfro. I mean, he was coming on the clutch day in and day out, man.
Yeah, third and Renfro, man. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. That he's that possession receiver, man. That guy that you look for. You're looking for Renfro on third down, damn near every single third down. That's that
Yeah.
possession receiver, man. That guy, if he could learn how to work the end zone and when we're in scoring position, oh man, that would just make him even more valuable.
Yeah, that's when you're a good receiver when you can run great routes in between the 20s, and the 20 and the end zone, short yards, man, get open, man, and he got it. Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit for that guy.
Absolutely. Hey, look, so you were at Polo Rodriguez's little event he had for Tom Flores at the Memorial, right?
Yes, sir.
Memorial? Yeah, bro. Talk a little bit about that real quick, man. What was that like being there with all the family, dude, after all these COVID times celebrating Tom Flores going into the Hall of Fame?
Last year, COVID stopped me on my tracks. Unfortunately. So I learned. I took my time to come back, uh, and just like Smiley did this event for the kids that have cancer in Christmas to go pass up uh, um, gift, go deliver gift for the kids that have cancer and go to the hospital and all that. Uh, that motivated me to do more, to support you, to support him, her, just like come back and stronger. So when Polo called me, I'm sorry, Smiley, it was an amazing event with Smiley. Much love to him and his wife. They're doing amazing things, man, with the kids, man. And then Polo called me and I was like, man, this is Tom Flores, man. So it was amazing. It was amazing to be there. It's amazing to go to Mural and talk to the people out there, and just be part and represent the nation, man, and show love to this man. It was amazing. And we went to the stadium, and it was amazing, bro. It was one of the moments that they don't come around often.
Yeah, bro. That's why I'm super excited to be going to Canton, Ohio, man. Uh,
I'll
you
be
know,
there.
oh, you're going too?
I'll be there, brother.
Oh man, yeah, bro. I'll be broadcasting from there and everything with Ken Thompson, Captain Jack, and we're hoping that Wayne will be available. But man, dude, that talk about a once in a lifetime thing right there, dude. Seeing three prominent Raiders go into the Hall of Fame and Tom Flores, Charles Woodson, and Wayne Mabry. Man, bro, I'm stoked, man. I'm super stoked.
Yeah, man. Much love to Violator, man. That meant I thank him so much because a couple of years ago he put some wisdom in my head. It was he told me to find a purpose why we dress up, not just because we like the Raiders, but find a purpose. Why? So he got me thinking, he's like, man, all this partying, barbecuing, getting together, drinking, it's all fun and games. He goes, but you're gonna get tired. If you find a purpose why you dress up besides the Raiders, at the end of the day, you're gonna be blessed. You're gonna be blessed. At the end of the day, you're gonna be very satisfied. So I thought about it, and he was right, man. I if I can support kids with anything, man, it's all about the kids. So that's what I'm, out there for. If I can put a smile on the kid by taking a picture or giving them a patch or whatever, man, it's a day very satisfied.
Yeah, dude, Wayne man, he inspired me too, bro, to do positive, good things, find a purpose, know your worth. Bro, man, yeah, Wayne's always looking out for the Raider Nation, man. I love hearing stories about Wayne. Like I said, he's deserving of the Hall of Fame, man. And what's so awesome about that, him going into the Hall of Fame, is that, and I'm pretty sure he'll say it himself, man, we're going in with him, dude. That's
Yeah,
fantastic. He's bringing the entire Raider Nation in there with him, man.
Yeah, he deserves it, man, because all these years, this man has been coming up and been showing up to events with his knees and back and hurting and everything, and he still shows up. A lot of people don't know how this man shows up, and he's in pain, man. He's in pain, but he still shows up and shows love to everyone. So much love to them, man.
Yeah,
well deserved.
Much love for sure. Much love for sure. All right, brother, man. We're coming up on the end of this call, dude. I appreciate you coming on the Raider Homer channel and the Raider Bear family page for the second time, but the first time on the Raider Homer channel. So looking forward to having you back on here as soon as possible.
No problem. No problem. Much love to everyone out there, Raider Nation. Raiders.
All right, brother. Hey, real quick before I let you go, though, tell the Raider Nation how to find you on social media.
You can go on Instagram as Raider_Goon74, or you can go on Facebook, Raider Goon. Can't miss me.
All right, brother. Thanks again, bro. Like I said, I appreciate, man, you coming on here. I'll find a way to get you on. I'm thinking like the pregame show, bro. Where we're gonna be with Raider Puppet. You've already worked with him. We're gonna get Oakland Raider Savage in here, dude. Talking Raider Shield, dude. So we'll definitely get you back on. But I can't wait.
Yeah, for sure, brother. I want to also right away, real quick. Much love to my boy Jester, man. That's my best man. That man is doing great things out there, man. That's why we're partners, man. We're road warriors.
Oh yeah, shout out to Jester, man. He's been on the channel before a couple of times, man. I'm looking forward to getting him back on here too.
Yeah.
All right, cool, brother. I appreciate it, man. We'll get in touch with you. All right.
All right, my boy.
Later.
Okay.
All right, Raider Nation, there you go. Raider Goon, man. That dude, you see him everywhere. You've heard from him on the Raider Bear Show. You've heard from him on Monday Nights Live, on the Raider Homer channel and the Raider Bear family page. So get in touch with him. Keep an eye out. We'll be bringing him back on. All right, so the surprise guest for tonight's show is somebody that I met back in 2019 at the draft in Tennessee. This guy is a pretty damn good YouTuber. Great audio, great video, great opinion. Working hard for the Raider Nation, so I'm excited to bring him back on. He was on the Only Nation podcast not too long ago, so I'm excited to hear from Murf Murphy. So let's get going.
I would have to say that the perpetuation of the greatness of the Raiders to take a professional football team and give it a distinct characteristic that's different from all others.
Welcome to the Death Star, where our opponent's dreams come to die.
Raiders, Raiders, Raiders.
Where we take 'em up with one, and then we take even more. It's Black Sunday
coaches. Then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
All right, Raider Nation, we are back on Monday Nights Live with Murf Murphy from Murf's Fan Cave. How you doing, Murf?
I'm doing good, Homer. Appreciate you having me on tonight.
Hey, man, it's a pleasure having you on. I was telling the listeners earlier that I met you back in the draft in 2019. Of course, we met up again at the Stage Door home opener last year. So, man, here we are, right? I've come, you inspired me, dude. I was talking about your audio quality, your video quality. So, man, thanks again for putting in all your work for the Raider Nation.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you, man. I appreciate you saying that. And, yeah, I'm just a fan, just like anybody else that's a content creator and doesn't get paid by a multimedia company or whatever to do it. But I always wanted to put our best foot forward in terms of our quality, audio and visually, and so we definitely take pride in that, and so I appreciate you pointing that out, and yeah, man, it was great to meet you in person a couple years ago now, going on almost 3 years, I guess. It'll be our third draft, anyways, since you and I got a chance to meet, and yeah, and had a great time last season at the Stage Door for the Raiders home opener. Too bad we didn't get to go to Allegiant Stadium, but at least we all got to watch the game with Raider Nation, and that was a freaking insane night at Stage Door, man. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, man. Raider Cody was there. Gorilla Rilla was there. Wolf was there. It was fun. I got to take a picture with Hugh Jackson. I had a blast.
Yeah, that was really cool, man. Doing that marathon broadcast, man, that was, Cody, myself, and Kenny King Jr., and a handful of other folks came in and out. My co-host, Swag Jeff, was there. We had a lot of fun, man. That was a blast. That was the longest podcast I've ever been a part of. I think we went like 4 hours straight. It was really fun.
Ooh, yeah, that's a broadcast. Broadcasting's a lot of work. I went 5 hours when I did Oaktown Legends, but it's worth it. It's fun to hear. It almost flies by. You know what I mean? It's hard work, but it almost flies by. When you're done, you're like, oh man, I wish we could do more. But you just got to take a break every once in a while.
Yeah. Well, we went on an hour before the game started, and then a 3-hour game, and then stayed on for an hour afterwards. And it was epic, man. You're right. It does go fast. Of course, we were kind of rotating in and out. In fact, at one point, it was really funny. Cody was the one that kind of set up that whole deal and invited us to be a part of it. And we were glad to be so. But at one point, the guy had been on the air straight for like 3 hours. And so he took a break. And so we kind of took over his show for a minute. It was pretty fun, man. But you're right. It does. It goes quick, man. And especially when you're just locked in and doing it alone the whole time. We did a marathon thing for the draft last year too. Of course, all of us were on quarantine, so we couldn't go anywhere. So again, with Cody and a handful of other content creators, we just kind of did a big long marathon, and it's a lot of fun, man. You're right. It does go quick, and it's around those types of events, it definitely makes it a good time.
Yeah, it goes quick for sure. Seemingly the off season takes forever, but it's here now. We just got a bunch of great free agents, in my opinion. So what's your take on these free agent signings?
Yeah, man, I tend to look at the Raiders with rose-colored glasses. I root for the Raiders that are, not the Raiders that aren't. So I am, man. Guilty as charged, man. I mean, I bleed silver and black and have, for my almost 48 years of life on this planet, and then that will never change. So I typically tend to find the good in things, and so, anyways, I'm thrilled by it. I think that the number one priority for us obviously was to generate a pass rush. Yes, I know the secondary is a big challenge for us as well, and Raider Nation is still looking for that free agent signing in the secondary, maybe a Richard Sherman or whatnot. But I was just thrilled to see him get Yannick Ngakoue, man. Like, I think that his production on the field is really unmatched compared to anything we've seen in Raider Nation in a long time. And I'm even including Khalil Mack. When you look at the amount of pressures that he's had on the quarterback the past 4 seasons, he's outpaced every single Raider, including Mack. He had 60 pressures in 2017. Mack only had 55. Well, I say only, but Mack had 55. So Ngakoue had more. And then he had 55 in 2018, which is Arden Key was the leading pressurer for the Raiders with 13 pressures, and freaking Ngakwe had 55. And then you look at 2019 over Max Crosby, 50 to 42, and then this last season, 43 to 29. So it's like we're gonna bring in a guy that's going to get an unprecedented amount of pressure on the quarterback. And the other thing too that I feel about him is that we've lacked the closer type player, the guy that, and Mac was this player for us, and Mac was the closer for us. And what I mean by that is the guy that when it's, third and long, or it's, there's a 2-minute drive and 2 minutes left on the clock, we got to leave, we need a big sack, or it's third and long and we need to get pressure, or just like those game-changing moments. We saw Khalil Mack pick off Cam Newton and trot into the end zone, with an interception, pick six, and like those kinds of moments. We just haven't had that kind of player in our front seven in a long time. And so the element of that he brings to the front seven, to the defense as a whole, like I'm fired up for it, man. Like that alone, like if the Raiders would have just done that, I mean, that amps up our freaking team in so many different ways. And not only obviously with the front seven, but that impacts the secondary too, that when guys have to cover forever, eventually that coverage breaks down. When you got somebody that can generate that kind of a pass rush and get the quarterback off balance and get them moving out of the pocket, that does nothing but benefit your secondary. So I'm excited, man. I think it's great. Then the other big one to me is John Brown. I mean, he's got a guy that's way fast. I mean, him and Ruggs on the field at the same time, like, good luck with that. Like, you got two screaming fast guys out there. And he's productive as heck, man. When you look at what he's been able to do, for 2 straight playoff teams the past 2 years, catching 105 passes for 1,500 yards, like, I'll take it, man. So I think the Raiders have done a lot, and I think that there is still more to go. Last thing I'll say is this, like, we're all shook by losing Rodney Hudson. I was shook by it. Like, it was a jarring thing to see, one of the leaders of our team and, arguably the best player at his position in the league, let alone on the Raiders, to see him get sent off, I mean, was a little jarring. But now that we know what we know about Nick Martin and Andre James and where the Raiders feel like those players can fit in, and it kind of makes sense. Again, I'm not in love with that move, but it makes sense. And when you look at the 2 guys that they had to replace them, I mean, they're pretty productive. So, and then, Hudson was going to be 32 years old or whatever. So, I'm excited about what they've done so far this offseason. We hadn't even got to the draft yet. We got a whole bunch of picks now, so I'm excited. How about you?
Yeah, I think you hit it right there. We got a bunch of draft picks, and we're all excited because we made good offseason moves already. And we got 8 draft picks, 7 of them in the first round, or the first 5 rounds. Dude, that's huge. And you know what? That wouldn't have been possible if we would have jumped the gun last year and traded for Yannick Ngakoue, giving up, that draft capital. But we were patient enough to get him in the offseason. And so that was key, because look, everything this team is doing right now, the front office, it's pointing towards them being focused on going young, re-signing these players that they draft, building that nucleus, and then keeping that nucleus together. And that is so important. You hear Raider Nation talk all the time on social media about how we always lose a guy and he goes and he's successful somewhere else. We have talent. Why are we letting this talent go away? Well, you can tell that team, our front office, we know that's an issue, and we are addressing it and staying patient. That's one thing that we don't do as a fan base for the most part, is stay patient. And that's one thing that Al Davis didn't do, was stay patient. But Mark Davis is staying patient. John Gruden's staying patient. I like what I see, man, because, it seemed like, it was the reality that we went from quarterback after quarterback, coach after coach. We lost so many players over the years trying to rush it and win now. And for me, I can take a deep breath, step back, and see their plan. In 2 years, we got the 2019 draft class coming up. We can re-sign who we want. Yannick Ngakoue's contract didn't cost us any draft capital, and it's not going to inhibit us from deciding whether we want him or Max Crosby or whoever on that team. This year, in our free agent signings, we're not shooting ourselves in the foot. And, giving ourselves a contract, well, man, we just signed this guy for this long, but dang, man, we got to sign the other guy after that. That money hits the cap. We didn't do all that. We're signing these prove-it contracts that are low contracts, except for Kenyon Drake. But hey, I think that's going to be, we'll get into that in a second, but he's going to be a great piece to Gruden's offense. But they're not losing draft capital. They're gaining all these great players. Our roster is looking like at least 8-8 right now with the draft coming up. So, I mean, man, we're in great shape. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm excited about the draft, too. You know, we were talking about this is going to be our third draft that we've known each other. So I'm excited to see what we're going to do. Because right now, after free agency, right, we, you know, two glaring holes, right, our free safety and right tackle. So we could definitely take that, or we can just take the best player right now. You know, hopefully, though, we don't do the whole, you know, project player thing. Let's go ahead and get the guys that are just going to go where they go and play where they play. But, man, we are set up to have a great camp and our pick of the litter as far as talent.
Yeah, I'm with you on that totally. I think that you got to have a plug-and-play guy, and I thought, you know, I still support the selection of Henry Ruggs last year. I know a lot of fans are, you know, kind of on the fence at best, if not against that pick. I mean, but when we drafted him, we knew that he was, you know, of the, you know, and this was before anybody was even talking about Jefferson, but we were looking at CeeDee Lamb, we were looking at Jerry Jeudy, and we were looking at Henry Ruggs, and we knew that Henry Ruggs was the more you know, I didn't call him a project, but he was the least polished. But the ceiling was the highest for him, right? Plus,
he had like a 2.7% drop rate or something like that. Like, you mean the ceiling was very high for him. He's a little bit undersized, but that's what, you know, I think you were talking about the John Brown signing. You like that. That's what that signing, to me, shows, again, the patience of this front office, because they're bringing in guys similar to John Brown, a similar size to Ruggs, that can come in and show them how to survive the NFL in that size. You know, how to get past these DBs, why it's so important to run great routes and things like that. So, you know, but again, this front office is showing that they are willing to, you know, be patient and train these young guys.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I agree, and I love the youth movement. Is awesome, and you know, there's you know, John Gruden was notorious, right, coming in. I mean, you listen to all the different levels of criticism that you hear from fans and on social media and stuff, and usually the stuff proves to be, or a lot of times can prove to be wrong over time. And yeah, you know, he was unfairly you know, criticized for being a guy that only wanted to have veterans. And now look, we got one guy on the team that's above, like, I think Derek turns 30 this year. You got Incognito, who's 32 or whatever. And then after that, like, what is there, like one other player, somebody I'm forgetting, like that's above the age of 30? Like, this is a young football team, man. And like you said, we got 7 draft picks going in here. So there's going to be even more of a youth movement going on. I think it's awesome, man. I'm really thrilled with where the Raiders are at. And, you know, you mentioned they're already kind of like an 8-8 team. I agree. And I think that by just the hiring of Gus Bradley alone, that could be worth a couple. I mean, look at the games that we lost. And I know that there's some games too that we won, like, you know, the one against you know, the Chargers that was, you know, ended on a questionable call. Like, I mean, that kind of goes both ways. You know, games that we won, maybe we shouldn't have, and games that we lost, maybe we shouldn't have. But just to give you an example, like that Miami game, man, when we end on the freaking stupid face mask by Arden Key, like that ending doesn't happen with Gus Bradley and Yannick Ngakoue in the building. Like, so, you know, when you look at that, like that alone, I think was going to propel us. You know, Paul Gunther had this team in such a funky spot, man, defensively. Like, he really, I don't want to sit here and take shots at the guy, but because he's not here to defend himself, but like, my gosh, man, like it was kind of a disaster defensively. And the things that we hear now from former players like Will Compton, or even some of the current players, you guys like Max Crosby and things, you know, Gunther really didn't do these guys any favors. He had them in funky positions. He had them confused a lot of times. And if there's anything that we know about Gus Bradley, it's not confusing. It's pretty straight up. There's not a lot of blitzing going on. It's a cover 3 base. Like, it's going to be a very easily interpreted defense for these guys to go out there and just play, just execute. And frankly, and I know it's cover, it's not a man-to-man thing, but that's what Al Davis's defenses always were. Like, Al Davis wasn't all about blitzing, all these like creative fronts. No, line up, beat the guy in front of you. And like that notion, and now with the already the moves we've made, I'm with you. We're an 8-8 team already. This has got to be the year. Like this is going to be, and I say this all the time, but like it really is coming to a head this year. This is a make or break season for a lot of Raiders, like for their legacy. Like this is for the legacy of Gruden, for the legacy of Carr, even though I don't blame this last season at all on Derek Carr, but it's a huge thing. Like there's so like if they crank out another 6-10, 7-9, 8-8 season, like I'm sorry, John Gruden's legacy is like flying out the window. Like, come on now. Like he's had an 8-8, or excuse me, he's had a 500 coaching career with a couple blips on the radar. You know, one with Al Davis's Raiders and one with Tony Dungy's Buccaneers. Like that's it. So this is going to define him, because if you look at his like the wins, like he's 500 across the board as a Buccaneers coach, and he's 500 across the board as a Raiders coach, with a Super Bowl appearance and then a couple of playoff appearances with the Raiders. And so, this is going to define him, because if he turns in another losing season or an 8-8 season, like he's going to start working sub 500. Like it's so. Anyways, I think it's highly definitive for many Raiders. First year we're going to be in Allegiant finally with a crowd. I think Mark Davis is going to accept and not have people on the hot seat if we turn in another 8-8 season. So anyways, this is going to be a very definitive year for the team, for the coaching staff, for the players on the field. This is going to be a big deal, man. I think the Raiders understand, all of them, how important this is, like how much is actually riding on this, maybe more so than what would normally be in a season. I mean, the year is always, the goal is always to win it all anyways. I'm not saying that was going to vary or their preparation will change or anything, but I think there's a heightened sense of urgency on this season. There's got to be.
I agree. I think that's why they made the moves they made, like you said, starting with Gus Bradley. If I'm Mark Davis, that he knows that, right? He knows Gruden's track record. So if you're going to look, if I'm Mark Davis, I'm saying, you know what? His best year was in Tampa with that great defense. He had just an efficient offense, and he had a great defense. Mike Mayock, go get that defense. And that's where it starts. A lot of people say, well, here recently the offenses are winning the championships. Yeah, but you know what? A great defense can stop a great offense. And you saw that with the Bucs versus the Chiefs, man. So go get that great defense. And hopefully Gus Bradley, with that cover 3 defense, like you said, a more simplistic defense, can come in, but he coach these young guys, put them in the right position, let them make plays, like you said in his interview. And that would open up this team. That would help this team tremendously, man, because you talk about Will Compton, and they're coming out and talking about Paul Gunther's defense. Mad Max came out on Will's podcast and said, hey, it's the defense is what cost us that last year. Now you got Yannick coming in and saying, hey, we're going to help this offense win. That's the mindset we need. Like, if we could get a Richard Sherman and move him to free safety like we did Charles Woodson to help Arnett and Mullen, man, that could really elevate us and get us, a bye week or something in the playoffs, because it's all about coaching. Gruden got the most out of Derek Carr. He got the most out of Waller. He got the most out of Josh Jacobs. But on the other end of the football, nothing. And we were talking about the third phase of the team, being special teams. They kind of need to step up too. So let's hope that rumor with Cordell Patterson is true. And we're going to go ahead and correct that wrong and bring him back, because that makes our team dynamic overall. If we have special teamers that can return the ball on kickoffs and punts and just flip the field, because that's what we had a hard time doing last year, was flipping the field. So we got to be able to flip that field, get turnovers with our defense, put our offense in position to succeed. And then, of course, Kenyon Drake, right? That guy, 6'2", 220 pounds, 215, 4'4". That's that kind of running back, 10 touchdowns. That's that kind of running back you're going to put in right behind Ingold inside the 5, and you know that you can get in the end zone.
Yeah.
So, I'm stoked.
Yeah, I'm with you. I love that. I love that one too. It reminds me of Zach Kroc is one of my all-time favorite Raiders of recent history. And when you look at his stats from 2000 to 2001 or 2, the amount of rushes he had and the amount of touchdowns he scored, and didn't have a lot of yards because of that exact thing of what you're saying. When the Raiders were inside the 5, you give the ball to Zach, let him pound it in there. And I felt that's been something that's been missing from the Raiders for a long time because for whatever reason, like they don't sneak Carr a lot, and so and I don't know why that is. You got old ass Tom Brady sneaks it all the time successfully, but Derek Carr can't, and Derek Carr is quite a bit more athletic than Tom Brady. But anyways, point being though is that they never do that stuff in the red zone, and the challenges that they've had in the red zone, like he's perfect for this. So now we got you got Waller, you got Kenyon Drake, now Brian Edwards, like. We got a lot of options going on, let alone Alec Ingold, like you mentioned. So we got a lot of options going on for the Raiders in the red zone now by adding Drake in. And I think that something else too that's important about Kenyon Drake is, first off, that Alabama backfield, man. Like, I think it's great. I think it's fun, and I know those guys are excited about it. But like you mentioned about like the high-powered offenses and about how people are, everybody was like clamoring for this certain type of offense and all this stuff. But look, man, no matter what, like, and I get it, it's exciting. It's exciting seeing some of these guys. But aside from maybe Russell Wilson, like every time I see a team win a Super Bowl, they've got a pocket quarterback, a good running game, and a badass defense. Like, that's it. Like, other than maybe Peyton and the Colts, or maybe Drew Brees' Saints. Like, maybe those two. But outside of that, like, it's all about defense. Like, it's still all about defense. It's because that's what wins you, and that's what wins games in the postseason. You got to be able to grind people up in the postseason. It's not the regular season, and there's despite all the changes that the game has gone through, over all the time, and it's almost a different game watching it now versus what it looked like in the 70s and even the 80s. But there's still some things that haven't changed. And that is run the football and play great defense. If you think about if the Titans would have had a halfway decent defense last year, they'd have probably won it all because they got a good quarterback, they got a badass running game, and they were just they couldn't get to the quarterback. You know what I mean? So like that, it's still, man, to this day, it's still important. And now that's what the Raiders are building. And look, like you said, man, the Bucs proved it. They can beat KC. Well, how did we beat KC? We freaking beat them up on defense. We got the Patrick Mahomes. Like, that's what you do. It doesn't matter how dynamic of a player he is. If you put him on his ass, then it's over. So, yeah, man, I'm excited, man. It's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, got to build that defense because that's, then Gruden can play Gruden ball. You know what I mean? He they took a lot of shots last year, so they're not afraid to go deep. But a lot of times, man, it is about controlling the clock, man. Otherwise, the game gets out of control, and you got to score 35, 40 points in order to win, man. But, yeah, the game is kind of trying to change, but I'm hoping that John Gruden come back and bring that reality back because, really, football is football. Fire off the ball, hit the man in front of you as hard as possible, and be meaner, and you can dominate, And so that's the kind of football we need, the Raider football.
Yes. Absolutely, man. It feels like we're getting back to that, man. I mean, we got freaking track stars for wide receivers. We got, an amazing couple running backs, man. This is the most exciting I've been about the backfield in a long time. And it's gonna be fun watching these guys. And Derek Carr is Derek Carr, man. He's very good. He's not an MVP caliber, at least not recently since 2016. He's a very good quarterback. He reads defenses incredibly well. He's fluid enough and mobile enough in the pocket when you need him to be to get outside and move. He's got a cannon for an arm. He loves being a Raider. Like I know he catches a lot of hell, man, but I like Derek Carr, and I'm gonna ride with him until the day he's not a Raider. But I think that he's shown that he's very capable of being a high, like a top 10 quarterback. Like there's no doubt that he's capable of that. And so, yeah, man, big offensive line, we got a lot of transition there, but yeah, it's feeling like an old school Raiders football team now. Like it's starting to feel that way. Now we got to do is get that secondary finished up. We got some guys that can now get pressure, with Condor and with Yannick coming off the edges, man. Now we just got to get some guys that can really lock them up. We got a heavy hitting safety in John Abram, who I love. He's another guy that catches a lot of flack, but I don't care what his freaking PFF score is, man. Watch a Raider game and tell me who the most badass dude is on the field. And a lot of times it looks like it's Jonathan Abram. I don't care what his freaking score is. So we're building that back into the defense. Now we just need a couple guys that can really cover. And we'll find out Mullen seems to be on the brink of really showing out and being a top-notch corner. We'll see what Arnett ends up doing, but man, I'm fired up for it. I'm glad you are too, and you know, it's and I'll say this, and I always say this, regardless of what happens with the Raiders, though, man, Raider Nation is undefeated. I'm just so thankful to be a part of this fan base, and cannot wait to get together in person with Raider Nation finally after this, you know, stupid freaking quarantine is about over.
Oh, man, I'm right there with you. I cannot wait to get back out there and see the Raider Nation, man. So, but, yeah, we're coming up on the end of this call, man. So is there anything you'd like to promote?
Yeah, well, I appreciate you asking. Yeah, we're doing we partnered with the Bolitnikoff Foundation again to support their foundation through ours. We have a nonprofit organization that I started last year with Raider Cody. It's called the One Nation Foundation. And we basically have different various fundraisers as we go on through the year, and we give to different Raider related charities. And then this time is Bolitnikoff. So we're giving away an autographed Fred Bolitnikoff jersey. And so to become eligible for that, all you got to do is go to onenationfoundation.net, spelled just like it sounds, onenationfoundation.net. And there's a donate button there, and you can donate. And for every increment of $10 that you donate, that will be one entry into the raffle for the jersey. You can donate as much as you want, and for every $10, you get one additional entry. And then we're gonna pull a name at random and give that jersey away. We've given away a Trayvon Mullen autographed jersey. We've given away Josh Jacobs autographed jersey. And Raider Nation is so kind and so generous with their funds. I know things are tight for folks right now, and so but you know, hey, if you got a nice stimmy check out there and you got an extra few bucks you want to throw at the One Nation Foundation, we are thankful to support Bolitnikoff yet once again, and yeah, and you got a shot to win a really cool autographed piece of memorabilia from the Raiders' first ever Super Bowl MVP.
Well, there you go, man. Great job representing the Raider Nation with pride and poise and a commitment to excellence, man. I love that about the Raider Nation, always giving back to the community. We did our second annual Texas Pit Crew. We were going to do the Wounded Warriors softball tournament, so that's awesome that you're doing great things for Fred Bolitnikoff and the community, man.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate that, and yeah, and absolutely, and kudos to you and all your good work, and congratulations on all your success of your show and with both your shows. Like, you're pretty proficient, man, going from when we first met and you were just kind of talking about getting into this whole podcasting game, and now look where you're at and how far you've come along, man. And so I appreciate you reaching out and inviting me to join you tonight, and yeah, continued success to you, man, for all your ventures.
Well, I appreciate that. Now, before I let you go, tell the Raider Nation where they can find you on social media.
Yeah, you can find our show is just search Murf's Fan Cave, MURFS Fan Cave, on any podcast service, and that carries the all the shows on our network. The flagship show being Raiders Fan Radio, which I started doing way back in 2013, I guess, something like that. Yeah, and so check us out there, Murf's Fan Cave, and I'm on. You can find us in all the socials at Raiders Fan Radio. If you're looking for me on Twitter, I'm @_Murf, MURF.
All right, appreciate you, Murf. Hey, you know, I'd like to get you back on during the draft, just before the draft or so, okay?
Absolutely, man. I'll be available anytime, man. Always glad to join you.
All right, cool. Thanks.
All right, Homer. See you, bud.
See ya. All right, Raider Nation. I think I'm supposed to hit this outro. Let me see. All right, Raider Nation, with some music in the background. Whoo, man. Raider Homer channel, Raider Bear family page, Monday nights live. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Next week, I look to have the comments up so I can see the comments and communicate with the viewers. Thanks to all the phone blitzers for calling in. I appreciate all the Raider Nation musicians allowing me to use their music. Please get in touch with them. Show some support. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I love being a part of the Raider Bear family page, y'all. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the Raider Homer channel on YouTube, please do so. We have raffles, we have subscription raffles, and we're going to be giving away, I think I was stumbling through it earlier, we're going to be giving away some Chucky Thugs merchandise with our subscription raffle when we get to 700 subscriptions. So please, subscribe if you haven't already. All right, here we go. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, y'all, because, woo, new equipment, new mask. new platform. I'm a little bit burned out. Be sure to come back here on the Raider Bear fan page at 10 o'clock, as you know, CST, for Raider Bear Show. Appreciate you, Raider Bear. Appreciate you, Raider Corey. Take it easy, y'all.
What message do you have for the Raider Nation here and now and into the future?
Pretty simple, brother. Raider Nation, I'm speaking to you as an ambassador. Always stay true, stay loyal, keep the beliefs, and keep the faith. We will return.